All right, now to Iran, where two of the country's most influential leaders are dead following a helicopter crash. President Ebrahim Raisi was killed along with the foreign minister and other officials and crew. The helicopter came down in the northwestern part of the country amid intense fog in mountainous terrain. Raisi was seen as the protege of the nation's supreme leader and helped to oversee the mass executions of thousands in 1988. Iran has not suggested any cause for the crash. Pope Francis sent a message of condolence for the death of the president and all those involved in the crash. President Raisi was 63 years old. And for more, let's bring in Dr. Farhad Rezaei, Senior Research Fellow with the Philos Project and an Iranian expert who has written 4 books on the country. Doctor, good to be with you today. We appreciate it. So what has been the reaction to President Raisi's death, both in Iran and internationally?
Well, inside Iran, there is a mix of reaction, both from the regime leaders and also from the people. Regime leaders are certainly anxious because they think that his demise of President Raisi and his foreign minister Amir Abdullahian may reignite the nationwide protests. So that's why Ayatollah Khamenei in 2 occasions issued public statements and said that everything is under control and the country will move on. And by the way, he is right. Everything is under his control, and the presidency role is mostly symbolic. Ayatollah Khamenei is the one who basically runs the show. So from the public, from the nation are really happy. They are celebrating. I mean, I have watched many videos coming out of Iran that the people are celebrating in Tehran and some other major provinces with fireworks. And that's how the nation will regard the demise of Raisi and his foreign minister.
Yeah, how do you think the deaths will impact the situation in the region, if at all?
Well, first of all, Raisi was one of the figures who many believed was a candidate for succession after the death of Ayatollah Khamenei, the current supreme leader. In my opinion, he wasn't a serious candidate for this position, but certainly he could play a major role in the transition to new leadership. So his demise is a game changer inside Iran. But I believe the death of his foreign minister, Hossein Amir Abdullahian, is more important, and that may have regional effect. He had a strong ties to the IRGC, the Islamic Revolutionary Guards. He had a strong ties to the regime proxies, including Hezbollah, Hamas, and Palestinian Islamic Jihad. And also he had a strong relationship with Hassan Nasrallah, the chief of the Hezbollah terror groups. So he played a key role in the regime's sponsorship of terror proxies. That's why I believe his demise will be felt by the terror proxies, and it would have a regional impact.
Yeah, before we run out of time, I want to talk about the interim president right now. What more can you tell us about him, and how does he compare to Raisi? How is he seen?
Well, so yes, according to the Iranian constitution, Mohammad Mokhber, who is the vice president, would assume the duties of the presidency, and also a council consisting of him, the vice president, speaker of the Majlis, and also the chief of judiciary would have to organize a new election within 50 days. So this guy, Mohammad Mokhber, is very close to Ayatollah Khamenei, the supreme leader of the Islamic Republic. He is very close to Khamenei's son, Mujtaba Khamenei, who is also a mover and shaker inside the regime. And he is a hardliner. So that's what he is. And again, according to the Constitution, he has to organize a new election within 50 days. But look, one thing that we need to know is that whether we should expect a meaningful change in the leadership style or not. I don't think so. I think, look, the president, as I mentioned, has no power. And the real power, the real mover and shaker in the regime is the supreme leader. So as long as Ayatollah Khamenei remains in power, we should not expect meaningful change inside the regime.
Well, Dr. Rezaei, thank you for coming on and your analysis. We do appreciate it, sir.